Hi guys, so, I've been into like Rubik sort of puzzles lately, and this I actually found in our house. This puzzle is called the Kilominx, or some of you may recognize it's a 2x2 Megaminx. Like on the normal Rubik's Cube, there's usually a center. There's only edge pieces here, so you can move like all the pieces all around. Where on a Rubik's Cube, the center piece in the very center, I'll pop a picture to point to it. That center piece, you can't move that. That just stays there, indicating what color is what side. For this, or like a 2x2 Rubik's Cube, you actually just choose the sides yourself. The way you actually start solving this thing, look at the first white piece you see. So for example, this piece is white on top. So this will be our white side. And then basically, you see this is another white piece with blue in it. Just go ahead and insert that right here. Just like so. For example, I'll just show you an example of a fundamental, right? All these are in the right place, except this piece, you're trying to get up here. So you have to understand that you move this down, you move that white right there, and you move that up, and it's in the right place. But the next step after solving the first layer is you have to solve these pieces right here. So basically what you do, for example, is you look for the yellow and purple piece. There's only one other piece on the whole cube that has yellow and purple, which is right here. So yellow and purple, but that's not right, so you're gonna have to do a little algorithm and just rearrange it until it does line up, so there's yellow and purple, and then you scoot the cube over and you find the piece with the purple and green, which happens to be right over here. So that is also not oriented correctly. So there you go, those are lined up now. Then you find the green and red, which also isn't oriented correctly. There you go, that's okay. And then the blue and red, which happens to be right here, so we want that to match. And yeah, and then the last one is the blue and yellow. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing actually, so for example, this piece is in the correct place. You just want it to be like here. You want the blue to be over here and the yellow to be over here. So you want this piece right here to flip. And how you do so is you turn this once, and then you turn this side piece downwards, oh gosh. And then you turn the bottom once, and then you go ahead and turn it back up, and then see if it, as you can see, it actually rotated the piece, but it's still not lined up, so you're gonna go ahead and do that one last time. So all of this is actually aligned, and you can see from the top view, everything is basically solved except for this, this, and that. But now there's only one more blue piece, one more yellow piece inside the whole cube, or dodecahedron. So the blue piece, I just put the blue piece in the bottom layer, and you just go ahead and insert it like so. So this side is complete. Then you find the last yellow piece, which happens to actually be over here. So let's go ahead and insert that last yellow piece. As long as you understand the fundamentals of inserting pieces like that, none of this should be too hard. So there we go, we're inserting that. The last red piece happens to be right over here. And there we go, guys. As you can see, everything is actually solved except this last layer right here. And the way we actually solve this last layer is we want to get all the grays facing up. So for example, all these grays are facing up, these two aren't. So you want to deal with these. So pick a side, hold it that way, and this piece right here, you want to have a flat side facing you, and this right top piece is the piece you're always going to be dealing with, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're doing the last layer. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see, I did mess up what I already solved, but it will resolve itself. It will correct itself if you do all of them the same way I did. So you're gonna do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times. So then, because the top right piece is finished with, you're gonna rotate the top layer. So now you're dealing with this piece. You're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did it twice, but the gray's still not facing up. So what you're gonna do is actually just gonna go ahead and do that again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, all the grays are facing up, and actually what you solved before has like re-corrected itself. We actually have solved everything except for this last layer right here. As you can see, I'm turning the last layer, but everything else is actually solved. This is actually, most people would say this is the hardest part, because you want to rearrange these pieces without ruining what you did before. So there's going to be some algorithms that you need to memorize. Alright, first step to solving the last layer of this Kilominx is you have to get all your gray stickers to be facing upwards. And basically, you're going to be focusing on the top right corner. This corner is what the piece you're going to be dealing with at all times. Okay, so just remember that. So you want to make sure this piece is a piece that the gray sticker isn't facing up. Alright, so what you're going to go ahead and do, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do that twice like I just did. If the gray is still not facing up, you're going to do that exact same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the gray is facing up. You're going to rotate it a little more. So now this piece is another piece you want to work on, right? You want to bring the gray to the top. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that time, you only had to do it twice. So the gray is now facing up. Rotate it again. You want to deal with this piece, right? Because the gray is not facing up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gray is still not facing up, so do that again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So the gray is facing up now. Now, just go and turn to the last piece. You want to deal with this last piece for the gray to face up. For all the grays to face up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, all the grays are actually facing up now, and what you just ruined is actually corrected itself once again. If you have done it correctly, then all the grays should be facing up, and everything you solved prior to this should still be intact. Alright, for the next step is now rearranging these gray pieces. So I got lucky, and these pieces are actually already matching, which is perfect. If the pieces aren't matching, all you have to do is just choose a piece at random, okay? For example, I'll choose this one. So you got a green sticker and an orange sticker, okay? I'm gonna choose to match the orange with an orange, okay? So basically, I want this piece to go right here, so it will be next to its orange buddy. Right, so you want this orange piece right over here to be right here, next to this orange piece, to make this face complete. So as usual, the piece you're dealing with is in the top right corner. Make sure there's a flat face facing you, and you're gonna go ahead and do this. You're gonna go down, out, and up again, okay? Now you did mess up a lot of the stuff you just did, but now you're gonna go ahead and rotate the top layer. And you're just gonna rotate the top layer now. And you want the orange piece to go right here next to its orange buddy, okay? So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna go down, and you're gonna move this gray piece over there, and then you're gonna go up, okay? So now these orange pieces are matched, and these blue pieces are matched, okay? Don't worry that I just mismatched those pink pieces. They will come together eventually. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna have to deal with this piece right here, because it's definitely not where it should be. So now we know that it's green and pink besides the grays. We know the green, we know if we wanna match the green should be right here. Okay, next to that piece, right? So this is what you're gonna do. If the gray is on the right, this is what you wanna do. You wanna go down, you wanna push the gray this way, and then you wanna go up, like so. Okay, so now the green, the orange, and the blue are matched, which means there's only one piece that actually isn't matched. So you're gonna just go and turn that over there, insert it normally, so down, okay, and then you're gonna turn it. And as you can see, guys, we have just solved a 2x2 Megaminx. There's basically only a couple fundamentals you have to memorize, and it's a lot less than the Rubik's Cube, so overall, this, in my opinion, looks a little bit more complicated than a Rubik's Cube, but it's actually a lot easier. If you know how to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube, I think that's the first step into solving these cubes. these sort of puzzles, solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube, and then go ahead and jump into this. And then you can venture into the normal cube, the normal Rubik's Cube, as well as the Megaminx, which is a 3x3 version of this. So you would have a centerpiece, and you would have 3 pieces here, by 3 pieces, by 3 pieces, by 3 pieces. But yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of bored in quarantine. I've figured some of this stuff out. It's not too hard. This is really pretty easy. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time on Boss Bassoon.